Hi, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of my new series where I'm exposing the Bible chapter for chapter or chapter by chapter. And yes, in the previous video, we spoke about Genesis chapter 2 to chapter 3, and mostly in this video, I'm going to speak about uh, Genesis chapter 4, but I'm also gonna do I'm gonna revise some thoughts, about chapter 3 as well. And yeah, so I've got something very interesting planned for us, as you can see here already. I'm sure many of you know this story. Um, yeah, so this is going to be very exciting. Uh, if you like these videos and if you like the information that I'm sharing, then please subscribe, because I'm going to be uploading a video every week, and sometimes if I have time I'll upload more than one. And then if you subscribe, you'll be notified about the new videos as they come out, if you don't want to miss anything. And yeah, if you like these videos, then just press the like button and share it with your friends. Okay, so I'm going to start now, and I just want to review Genesis chapter 3. I'm reading out of the King James Bible here, verse 16. This was the punishment of the women, and it says, "Unto the women he said, I will greatly multiply thy sorrow, and thy conception in sorrow. Thou shalt bring forth children, and thy desire shall be to thy husband, and he shall rule over thee." Right, so this is one big problem that I have with the Bible, and it's a common theme in the Bible where it has this this theme of saying men are superior to women. And obviously this is not good for a number of reasons, especially when it comes to social ethics. And this is this can be seen in the Quran as well, which I'll do some videos about the Quran when I'm done with this series. But for now, we're just speaking about Christianity, and throughout the Bible, and you're going to see this as well as we go through exposing chapter by chapter, there's just this theme of women are slaves and they have no human rights, and they're like the lowest of every living thing. And I don't know, this, for me, it's wrong. And there's a lot of places in the Bible where it says women are supposed to be seen and not heard, and it's just a bunch of bullshit, really. Because I feel that regardless of your gender or your race or your nationality, if you are a dignified human being, you are worthy of respect, and I don't think you can just say because someone is a woman they should be considered lower or something like that, or be discriminated against. And in the Bible, women are discriminated against a lot, and so obviously this God, he is really, I don't know, this is unpleasant for me, this verse. So I just thought I'd point that out. But I'm gonna continue now reading chapter 4, and then we're gonna go discuss that in depth, and then we'll see some of the treasures hidden in this chapter. "And Adam knew his wife, and she conceived and bare Cain, and said, I have gotten a man from the Lord. And she bare his brother Abel, and Abel was a keeper of sheep, but Cain was a tiller of the ground. And in process of time it came to pass that Cain brought the fruit of the ground, an offering unto the Lord. And Abel, he also brought the firstlings of his flock, and of the fat thereof. And the Lord had respect unto Abel, and to his offering, but unto Cain and his offering he had not respect. And Cain was very wroth, and his countenance fell. And the Lord said unto Cain, Why art thou wroth? And why is thy countenance fallen? If thou dost well, shalt thou not be accepted, and if thou dost not well, sin lieth at the door. And unto thee shall be his desire, and thou shalt rule over him. And Cain talked with Abel his brother, and it came to pass they were in the field. Cain rose up against his brother, and slew him. And the Lord said to Cain, Where is Abel thy brother? And he said, I know not. Am I my brother's keeper? And he said, What hast thou done? The voice of thy brother's blood crieth unto me from the ground. And now art thou cursed from the earth, which hath opened her mouth to receive thy brother's blood from thy hand. And thou tillest the ground, it shall not henceforth yield unto thee her strength. A fugitive and a vagabond shalt thou be in the earth. And Cain said to the Lord, My punishment is greater than I can bear. Behold, thou hast driven me out this day from the face of the earth, and from thy face shall I be hid. And I shall be a fugitive and a vagabond in the earth, and it shall come to pass that everyone that findeth me shall slay me. And the Lord said unto him, Therefore, whosoever slayeth Cain, vengeance shall be taken on him sevenfold. And the Lord set a mark upon Cain, lest any finding him should kill him. And Cain went out from the presence of the Lord, and dwelt in the land of Nod, on the east of Eden. And Cain knew his wife, and she conceived and bare Enoch. And he built a city, and called the name of the city after the name of his son Enoch. And unto Enoch was born Irad, and Irad and here it just goes into like genealogy, right? I guess an important thing to say here is that like one of the sons of Cain killed someone, and he says, For I have slain a man to my wounding, a young man to my hurt. If Cain shall be avenged sevenfold, truly Lamech 70 and sevenfold. Right, so here we are very early in the Bible. I guess like the 4th chapter, and already the first mention of violence, and of all of the books that I've read in my life, this book is just filled with endless murder, savage cruelty, depravity, and violence. But let's take a look at this story, Cain is a farmer of fruit and vegetables, and he was a tiller of the ground. And Abel was, tending the flocks, and he had livestock. So, the thing that bothers me is how this God commands blood sacrifice throughout the Bible, and first of all, my question is, what justifies this God to demand a sacrifice? Because later on I'm going to show you that this God, Jehovah, is even more sinful than all of humanity. Because first of all, he commanded genocide, he promotes slavery, and unfair laws. All of these things are sin. It's sinful. And yet he feels like he has the right to tell you that you have sin and therefore you are guilty and you have to kill some innocent animal or human, because there's a lot of human sacrifice in the Bible, which we'll get to as well. And I mean, Jesus was a human sacrifice. He says, okay, kill this innocent being because you are sinful. But I feel that this God is really a hypocrite, and I mean, this can just be seen in the previous story of Adam and Eve. So, I mean, let's just look here. You know, it says an offering of fruit and vegetables wasn't enough for him. No, this God demands blood. You know, anything that doesn't bleed red blood, this thing is not good enough for this God. So, you know, this makes me think that this entity, this God, is bloodthirsty, you know. And Abel was a keeper of sheep. Let's just find that scripture, you know. I can just, you know, I have this image in my head of this God, and like Abel is standing there with the knife and the sheep, and this God's like, he's watching, and he's like getting off, and he's like, yeah, kill that thing, you know, kill that innocent little sheep, kill him, yeah. I can just imagine that, you know, because this is what this entity likes. It says, and Abel, he brought the firstlings of his flock and of the fat thereof, and the Lord had respect unto Abel and to his offering. But to Cain, fruit and vegetables are just not good enough. If it doesn't bleed, if it doesn't breathe, I don't want it, you know. So I don't blame Cain for, you know, thinking that, oh well, if it's blood you want, here, accept a human sacrifice, and he goes and he kills his brother, you know. I mean, yeah, okay, that's a bit harsh, and you know, maybe I took that a bit out of context there, but still, I mean, what justification is there for killing innocent human beings and animals? And you know, there isn't a justification for it. If you go, and then a lot of people are going to say, yeah, Juan, you know, but all of the ancient pagan cultures used to sacrifice, you know. First of all, we're not speaking about other religions here. We're speaking about your religion. We're speaking about Christianity. Second of all, you know what, a lot of the, and it says in the Bible, you know, Moses was commanded by God to go kill many of the Canaanites and pagan cultures because they were offering fruit and vegetables to their gods. And that offering was a total disgusting thing to this Elohim, to this Yahweh, Jehovah entity, you know. And he was so grossed out by people not doing blood sacrifice that he commanded to, you know, to genocide them. But we'll get to all of these scriptures later. If you want to read ahead, I encourage it, you know, and then because you'll just see, you know, I am jumping the gun a little bit here, but you will see for yourself that what I'm saying is true. You can just go read Leviticus chapter 1 to chapter 11, where God, I mean, he goes into great detail, and he goes to very, he goes to extreme lengths to specify how to commit blood sacrifice. So this is for me unethical, and it's a problem because, you know, if you think about it, You know, and a lot of people say, yeah, but the sacrifice is symbolic of Jesus that would come and die for the sins of humanity. First of all, first of all, you know, and this is a problem we have a lot in my country, where someone will be standing there before the court, you know, charged with murder, and he is guilty, and then his brother comes, or his friend, and he says, no, I'm gonna go to jail for you. That guy, that criminal, if that happens and his brother, innocent brother, goes to jail in his place, this guy's gonna go in the streets and just continue to commit crimes, because he never learned his lesson. So this God is saying, listen, instead of you paying for your debts, you know, kill some innocent thing and let him pay. Is this fair? It's not fair. But yet everywhere in the Bible it says, yeah, God is fair, you know, and God is just. Well, I like this kind of justice, because if everybody lived according to this justice, I mean, you know, everyone can just do whatever they want, and then, you know, use some innocent person as a scapegoat and blame them. And where would the world be? Where would the world be if everybody followed this logic? So that's really, you know, I can't even begin to say how disgusted and appalled I am by this. And this is just the 4th chapter of the Bible. It gets obscene. The murder and the violence, it gets obscene as we go on. So I hope that you will stay tuned and, you know, join me in another video, especially my next video, which is going to be very interesting as we continue to delve into these scriptures. And you know, but thanks a lot for watching and joining me today. And this is basically the gist of what I have to say about this. If you have any questions, I'm gonna leave my email address in the description below, and I'm also gonna leave a link to the previous video if you've missed that one. And yeah, or maybe you just want more information, just drop me an email, and, you know, when I have time, I'll reply to you. Okay, thank you very much.